Floyd. That worked. He said, okay, play me straight. And that is the wicket. Big wicket there. I think Zishan is disappointed with himself. I think he realized that was a bad shot selection. You don't need to do that. So now let's see who do they bring in. Do they bring in Sundeep? Do they bring in Snehal? They have a lot of options. Let's see who they go with. Who would you go with in this one?
I would stick with Sandeep. I would get him in. I would give him time to play. They have a lot of balls and they have around 60 runs to chase. I think Sandeep should be walking in, and that brings in another left-right combination onto the ground. Having said that, we have lost Zishan against the run of play, I must say, because the Royals were hitting pretty much 10 runs and over. And it doesn't look to be Sandeep. It doesn't look to be Sandeep. We are quickly going to find out who it is. It is Paras. Okay, Aman says it is Paras Naik who's coming in. He is batted pretty much down the order for pretty much all of the Royals matches. He's been sent up the order. We'll have to see how he copes up with this run chase.
And he is someone who is not an explosive hitter, but he's someone who can work the gaps. And I think that's all you need at this point. So I don't think they want to send in Sandeep at this point where it's just working the gaps, because you don't want to get him out and then build a lot of pressure on your back order. So it kind of makes sense to bring him in. He is someone who hasn't batted up the order. Like you said, he's batted pretty much down the order. Did bat in the semifinal game. So he's going to have to look to just take the ones and twos, keep Hardeep on strike, let Hardeep keep going. And Hardeep's batting well. I think that's the word of advice he's giving him. So look, you don't have to do anything fancy. Ones and twos, and we're going to win this game. There's no question about it. We're going to win if you give us ones and twos. For the youth, you've taken your one wicket. Bring the life back in. Bring the energy back on the field. You saw early on, they took 2 wickets. The energy was there. They kind of lost it. Let's get that back up. Let's get that one spiking. Let's get that energy chart back up there. Gautam is the new bowler. They're going to continue the leg spin. Again, that energy needs to be there. I don't care who's bowling. I don't care who's fielding. If the energy isn't there, you're not going to be well as a bowling unit. You could have Stuart Broad, Jimmy Anderson, and everyone, but if you're not energized, you're not going to be a great bowling unit. If you can be energized, you can be great in the field. And that's what the TCL-Youth have been all year long, and I'd like to see that come back into their side right here. For the Royals, again, it's got to just stay up here. You got to realize, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything special. Just got to continue to get my ones and twos. Gautam first delivery. Oh, that one worked the point. And they do sneak a quick single in there. A little bit of a misfield there by Abhinav Salasa allows that one to come in. And they do take a single off the first delivery. And now a word coming in from Hardeep to Vadas. Vadas has to realize ones and twos. They're closing the field. The offside is completely shut. They're keeping the cow corner. So anything on the offside isn't there. You have to play over the top. There is gaps. There is definitely gaps, but there's not going to be as available. If you can touch and go, then you can touch and go. But we'll see the ploy here. Again, the big wicket of Zishan falling in the last over. Vadas being sent up the order here in the final. Again, they have batsmen that come to the Royals in Sandeep and Snehal, still 2 batsmen who can really come and change the game. The Youth would love a wicket right here in this delivery from, Gautam almost gets one. This one just ran to third man. Looking to play on the front foot there. Gautam gets a little bit, a lot of bounce on it, and can also get a lot of dip as well. When the ball is a little bit newer, he can get some dip, so it dips a little bit quicker than you would expect, and it then bounces very fast as well. So that's why he's a very dangerous bowler in his own right. Short cover is very, very short. Almost needs a pad and a helmet. This one, right outside the off stump, left alone by Vadas. And for the Royals, it's okay. It's okay that he's leaving this alone. You don't need to do anything special right now. For the Youth, you love these dot balls. You want to build them as much as you can, and they get one googly in there, turn it back into the stumps. Gautam charging in this time. This one well short. And it's just found the bottom edge. Straight too short cover.
And maybe, just maybe, get a slip in as well, specifically for Paras. We want a wicket. Youth wants a wicket as soon as possible. The quicker they get a wicket, the next batsman comes in, the pressure builds up. That is what the Youth need to target. And that's in the air, and that's gone. That's gone. Paras has hit straight to mid-off, and Adi has taken a simple catch.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you didn't need if you were the Royals. You're still in a golden position, and you can see some of the energy coming back into the Youth side. They're still very much in it. 1 or 2 more wickets changes this game. They've taken Zishan. They took Vadas. We'll see who the new bat is. If they bring in Sandeep or Sneho, Sneho does play the spinner as well, so let's see if that's a ploy. Sandeep also, if it is a leg spinner, it is to his short side, short boundary on his leg side. And it looks like it is going to be Sandeep coming into bat. Again, a really, really important wicket for the Royals and the Youth. If the Youth can take him early and cheaply, you've got a great chance to win this match. If he can just continue to bat sensibly and work through the 15th over, it might be an early finish to this final. It's heating up. Don't go anywhere. And the Royals are 60 for the loss of 4 with 1 ball left in this 8th over. They need less than 60 runs in the next 12 overs. So again, all the numbers are in the Royals' pocket. But right now, the momentum has shifted a little bit to the Youth. They've taken Zishan, they took Badas, they're feeling a little, they're like, okay, we need to do this. You just got to get 1, gets 2, and then that belief starts creeping in. You're like, okay, we can do this. And then before you know it, there's a 3rd one. So you guys got to continue to have the faith. He is bowling to a left-hander now. So this is going to be the big thing. Can he adjust his line? Can he bowl the googlies? Can he keep it away from the slot of Sandeep? Because it is a short boundary here. That's his leg side. The mid-wicket's very short. It's where he hit the 6 to win the semifinal match 2 weeks ago. So again, you want to keep it wide of him, make him play on the offside. If you're Sandeep, don't look to take the first ball for a 6. Work it through, work the singles, and it's very gentle balance now for the Youth because you need the fielders on the leg side because you know 1 is coming. But you need on the offside because you know you need to cramp up some runs. It's going to be very interesting on a lefty-righty combo. Will that affect the bowler as well?
The initial passage of play, this the next 2 overs, extremely important from TCL-Youth standpoint. We need to stop those singles. They need to have the same batsman on strike for as long as they can. As Gautam comes in to bowl to Sandeep, shot wide outside off stump. Sandeep tries to flash it and does not connect. I think that's the end of the over. An excellent over there by Gautam. He's got the 2 wickets that the team wanted, and it's 60. He got the 1 wicket, I'm sorry, that the team wanted. It's 60 for 4 at the end of 8.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good ball there. You want to be a little bit further up, but again, it was outside the off stump and didn't allow him to really get his hands through it. Less than 60 to go out there and win for the Royals. Hardeep will be on strike for Adi now, and let's see how they do the field setting for him. In the last over, they clogged up the V's. They put them inside and they pushed everything wide, deep, and said go over me straight, and that led to a catch at 3rd man. So you see if they go that same ploy. There is a long on. There is a mid off, there's a cow corner, and a deep mid wicket. So the fielders on the leg side are there. He's daring him to go off, and now the mid off has been brought to long off, and short cover has brought all the way up. So if you're Hardeep, you got to attack that cover position, and there is a 3rd man right on the circle for that shot at the edge does come into play. And Hardeep does exactly that. The edge comes through, but it looks like it's going to run for no, it's just going to be a single there. So he does invoke an edge, didn't find the hands of a fielder, but that's going to be a little bit promising that you're finding the edges. And you know you can find the edges, thus can you get the right field placements in? Can the fielders take those catches? Now, this is the crucial part. How do you bowl to Sandeep? How does your line stray to the left-hander? This is going to decide, can the TCL-Youth win the match? They were going to continue the leg spin. Can you continue to keep it way outside the off stump and keep the variations going? Can you bowl 1 coming in, 1 googly, 1 slider? Just keep doing that to get him off his rhythm and not allow him to take this game single-handedly away from you. Again, you're very much in it. It's less than 60 runs, but you did 1 wicket, 2 wickets, you're right back in this match, right? You take the upper hand in this match. The sun is out. Let's see what happens. Let's see who shines bright. Second delivery from Adi, and Sandeep sends him straight back, and that's going to be 4 from Sandeep Balania, and that is not where you want it if you're the Gupta. You attack the stumps, but you allowed it to be right in his slot. You want it outside of him. You don't want it on his body there unless you can get it up to him. And now there is a long on fielder, as well as the cow corner and the mid wicket. No, it looks like long on is going to be sent to mid on. A little bit of confusion. Nope, he is being sent to long on. So now Sandeep's got to realize that. Will the ploy work? This one's shorter into Sandeep, and it's worked through backward point for a quick single, and they just take the 1 there. Smart. They have They have 8 off the over, and this is the lefty-righty combo. This is what it does. It makes you run around, have to move around, but you are the TCL-Youth side for a reason. You have that energy, but again, this is where the energy comes in play. I want to see the chatter that you saw early on. I want to see them continue to have it, because you saw all through the Royals bowling innings, you saw Vishwas chatter, you saw Jalandhar do it, you saw everyone just kind of chip in. They didn't do it consistently, but they did it often, and they did it every over. This one, Hardeep pushes it through covers, and it might run away for 4. Yeah, it has. That is the second boundary of the over. Really good over coming up here, and the shoulders are dropping, hands on the hips. And this is when you want just to encourage your boys, all right, Vic, you got it, you got it, you got it. You want to see just a little bit more of that from the TCL-Youth. This is your first time in Division 1. This is your first final in Division 1. The Royals have been here plenty of times. They're just a year removed from being in the finals. They were the 2018 champions, I do believe. Looking for the second in 3 years. Hardeep is batting really, really well. He's on 34. He would love to have a half century in this innings. And this one, that's a much better ball from Adi there. You can see consistently, Hardeep, he has one thought in mind. I'll move outside and I'll play it through there. This is when he brought it closer to him. It bounced a little bit more on him. Perfect delivery, but it comes a little bit too late in the over because runs are already on the board and there's no pressure anymore. This one, oh, and it's called a no ball by the umpire, an overstep, and a free hit for Hardeep. That is a free run, and now Hardeep has a free hit. He can go anywhere he wants to go, and you can see all the hands on the hips, the shoulders, they seem a little bit out of it. And this is when the TCL-Youth get out of their element, when they're not in that kind of energetic mode that they win in. They win in that mode, and it's just a little. Let's see what happens on this free hit. You can see the Steve Smith hands, baseball hands, and that one's going to find the inside edge, and it might run away for 4. No, it's just going to be 2. You can see Hardeep had a very high backswing, kept it all the way up there, kind of rotating around like we saw Mookie Betts do in the World Series all year long. And that is the end of the 9th over. The Royals are 73 for 4 in a golden position with 2 batsmen who don't seem to be making any bad moves here. The TCL-Youth need something big right now. And they continue Gautam. Gautam did take a wicket in the last over. Let's see if he can take another one. Again, another wicket, and the Youth are right back into it. There is a long on for Sandeep. Sandeep did play Adi in the last over straight back. It's a big moment in the match here. Again, if the Youth can take out Sandeep, they're right back in. They need a wicket. One of these two has to go for them, whether it's a run out, both, however you can get it. You need a wicket right about now. This is the time for it. The fielders all on the leg side are deep. You have a long on, a count corner, and a deep and mid wicket. So anything on his knees, he's got to send for 6. This one he sends through covers. It will slap through covers, and it looks like it might run away for 4. No, it just stops. They do pick up 2 there, and that would have been a very well stopped ball there by Sarnam at short cover. Had he been able to get to that one, slapped very, very hard there by Sandeep. He liked to swing hard, came off the middle of the bat, and had Sarnam stopped that, he might have just hurt his hand, and the substitute might have been in all the rest of the innings. Again, the Royals don't have to do anything fancy. Less than a run of ball, well less than a run of ball needed. And they are moving that long on fielder straighter. You can see him on your screen now, kind of covering up the pitch. And Gautam comes this one a little bit further from Sandeep. Work to point for a dot ball. A better ball there from Gautam. A good variation in there from him. Again, for the Youth, it's just a matter of 1 wicket. 1 wicket gets you everything you need. The 1 wicket of Sandeep or Hardeep, that's a big wicket, because then you bring in a new batsman, bring momentum back onto your side. Gautam comes in for this one. Fuller. Oh, and just went straight through Sandeep, looking to take it straight back, and almost found his way onto the stumps. Man, did the TCL-Youth want that wicket very, very badly. The Royals happy that it did not happen.
Stick to the plan, buddy. Come on.
And there's some of the energy being brought back in. The sledging coming back just a little bit. Gautam again with love to have Sandeep's wicket. It would be a huge wicket for the TCL-Youth to have to bring them right back into this match. Again, attacking the stumps, work straight back to Gautam for another dot ball. The energy's starting to bring back a little bit. I'm kind of liking the feel.
Maybe now's the time to slip in the hook. None of the leg spinners has put in a good year yet. Maybe now's the time. They're just bowling into Sandeep. Maybe they need to put the wrong one in.
Absolutely, I would agree with it. And let's see if Gautam does. No, that one seemed to do it. Almost invoking an outside edge. And the energy's starting to be really a little bit brought back. The heat's being brought back, and the energy's starting to come with it. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of the TCL-Youth. You see a little bit more energy coming out of them. The Royals and the 10th over, or 1 to go, excuse me. There's 1 ball left to go in this over here. Gautam would love to have the wicket again of Sandeep Balani. It would be a huge wicket for them to have. Hardeep having a word with Sandeep saying, look, we don't need to do anything special. We are at 78 here, 75 here with 1 ball left to go in the 10th over. A great spot. Don't need to do anything too special. Here comes Gautam. Again, a big wicket if he could take it. Attacking the stumps once again. Work to short the wicket for a dot ball to end the 10th over. The Royals 75 for 4, and the TCL-Youth starting to bring back some of that energy that we saw as the sun's coming back, the heat's coming back. Again, the Royals, they don't need much anymore. They need less. They need around less than 50 runs now. You can see the chart. They're well ahead of the pace that the Youth were at. The Youth were kind of just building their innings back up at this point. They have flatlined a little bit towards the later ends of this part of their innings, but they don't need much to happen for them. They were still well ahead of the run rate that was put up by TCL-Youth. The Royals need 41 off the next 60 deliveries, so again, still very much in control. Some good overs being bowled by Gautam in there. He bowled well, kept it away from Sandeep, not allowed him to really extend his hands and put one away for a boundary. He took the big wicket. He's taking some big wickets, took the big wicket off Paras. So now let's see what Hardeep does as Adi is being brought back in. I think Adi found the ball that he would have wanted to bowl when Hardeep was moving away outside the leg stump. He followed him a little bit more, started on middle stump, let it spin back and let the ball bounce a little bit more. So I think you keep going with that. The square leg fielder being brought to third man. And there is a short mid wicket there. Vicky is there. The fielder's in the deep. There's a deep cover, a long off, a long on, and cap corner, and a deep mid wicket. As Adi charges in for the first delivery here. This one, straight a little bit low, straight to Sarnam at short mid wicket. Abdullah, excuse me. And that was a huge, huge wicket. And we had seen that story all day long from Hardeep. He moved out and tried to play that same blade through the offside. This time just found the awaiting hand of Abdullah. Abdullah made no mistake, and a big wicket for the TCL-Youth to bring him right back into this match.
Yeah, the bowler got a bit lucky there. The ball was short, had to be hit over extra cover, I think. The ball stopped on Hardeep, and that's where it went straight into Abdullah's hands.
Yeah, I have to assume Snehal will be the new batsman. He does enjoy himself some spinners. He plays a sweep shot particularly well. That's his favorite shot to play. So I have to imagine at this stage of the match that he is coming in. And it is going to be Snehal coming into bat.
Watch out, it's coming.
He is coming into bat now. Again, he enjoys himself some spin. 2 years earlier, he and Sandeep finished off the final here and this very ground, chasing the score. So they would feel more than comfortable doing this. Again, these two very sensible batsmen. They understand the part of the game in which they're in, and understand that they just need singles and they will win this game. They don't have to do anything too fancy. Again, Snehal likes himself. The leg spinner likes that sweep shot. Anything full, he's going to take advantage of. But the length that the TCL-Youth are bowling is a very good length for him because it's that in-between length where you don't know to come front or come back, and it's very tough to play. They're hitting it very consistently. So we'll see how that adaptation process goes. But this wicket would be huge for the Youth, and just to start bringing on some more the bowlers from out of the Royals dugout onto the middle.
So, Aman, I'd like you to talk a bit more about what do you think your dad's going to do? I know for a fact that he's a 120, 130, maybe 135 strike rate batsman. What do you think he's going to do?
Well, that's something he likes to do as he went to go cut that one. He's someone who is going to just go and look for singles. He's not someone who's going to try to take it the aerial route. Takes it on the ground, likes to run around. Keeps me in my fitness check because he still runs around more than anyone I know. So he's going to look to run around and push Sandeep for the ones and twos and just pierce the gaps. And this one again outside the off stump. This one called a wide by the umpire. Can't have those extras. Those are freebies at this point. You got to cut those out at this point. You know you don't have that many runs to spare. You don't have runs to spare. Not that many. You don't have any runs to spare at this point. You need every run that you have. And this one spun a long ways, but is called another wide. Adi getting some good spin. The sun is baking the pitch a little bit, and the spin is starting to come out. We saw Mayur struggle with the spin because it was damp. Now the sun is baking on the pitch, and it's starting to spin a long ways for Adi. Snehal looking to cut that one again. The field is packed in for that shot.
Right tactics though by TCL-Youth. They have pretty much everyone inside the 30 yards except for a deep mid wicket. All the 10 fielders are inside, right in the face of the batsman, putting the pressure and trying to get a wicket now.
Absolutely, as Adi comes in for this next delivery. This one has started much closer to the batsman. He's worked it to third man for a dot ball. Again, the two wides make it, so you don't need a single off that delivery. But that's a much better ball there from Adi. I think that's where you're going to see it more and more and more. I expect them not to go fuller. They do have their deep mid wicket, so if they want to try one, just a little bit of surprise. That one again outside the off stump. Oh, and an outside edge. It looked like it bounced off the pitch. I'm not sure if it went straight to the air. I thought it bounced on the pitch and went up. I'm not sure. The youth seemed convinced that there was a catching opportunity, but nonetheless, pressure being put on the batsman there.
Yeah, it appears that he hit the ball into his leg and it bounced off. And that's where you see the disappointment in the fielders because that was a catch for them.
It would have been a huge wicket for Adi to have in his name. And this one, right attacking the pads of the batsman. This one worked to mid wicket for a quick single. And there's one ball left in the 11th over here. The Royals still in a good spot. They have this game in control. Again, if the Youth get one wicket though, things can turn and the tides change. You see the energy coming back onto the field. The field is now spread out for Sandeep. He's showed that he is going to be aggressive. And again, you got to keep it away from Sandeep. The only ball that Adi has bowled to Sandeep went for a boundary because he attacked the stumps. You got to keep it away from him and force him to fetch and create that outside edge and bring your third man and your point fielders into play. See what Adi does, and again tags Sandeep. Oh, that was a great delivery there from Adi. It's going to be a dot ball to end the 11th over. The Royals 78 for 5, and the TCL-Youth finding some energy, finding some life as the sunlight comes back on. You see the scorecards right now. Sandeep and Snehal are the two batsmen. Good innings played by Hardeep and Zishan to put the Royals into this position. For the TCL-Youth, Aryan is now keeping, but Abhiram has bowled well. 2 overs, 12 runs with 2 wickets. Adi has been very crucial. 3 overs, 26 runs and 2 wickets. But Gautam, he's had 2 overs, 3 runs and a wicket. So economic pressure being put on by Gautam. Adi getting the benefits of the wickets. Really good stuff there from the TCL-Youth bowlers, just sticking to a plan, and they still have a very good shot to go out there and win this match. They have bowled 7 extras, but they're still very much in this match if they can take one more wicket. Again, Gautam into Snehal here. He's got to make sure he doesn't go and overpitch one. And this one again attacking the pads of him, straight to short mid wicket for a dot ball. Pressure on the new batsmen. They have packed the infield. They're going to make him search to find gaps, try to create a shot, and they are not going to let him get off easy here. The energy is back on for the Youth, and you love to see it. This one again attacking the pads. This one worked through backward square leg for a single. I think this one just straight a little bit more down to the leg side than Gautam would prefer. You see the plan is to go on the legs and make them work it through the leg side, try to get a leading edge back to you. That one just pushed a little bit more down the leg side than you would have liked. Sandeep back on strike, and just as Sandeep comes on strike, the field opens back up. And the sun has come back out. So let's see what Sandeep does here. Again, he has struggled to collect some singles when he's been on strike. They fielded really well to him, and this one is slashed through point, and there's confusion and a missed chance of a run out. I think the fielder just took a little bit too long to collect it, to throw it. Sandeep originally called yes, Snehal went, and then they both said, Sandeep then said no. The Snehal was halfway down the check, so Sandeep then said yes. There should have been, if the pickup had been clean, the throw came in sooner, definitely a chance of a run out. The Royals survive, and they do sneak off a single there. The field again changes, and this is what you want. If you're the Royals, you're continuing to make them run around and try to get them to maybe miss the line just a little bit and maybe miss a spot where they should have been. Let's see if this throws Gautam off his line just a bit, or if he continues to have that nice tight line that he's been bowling. This one outside the off stump, just past the edge. And another dot ball for Gautam. Gautam has bowled exceptionally well for the TCL-Youth, bringing them right back into this match. Taken 1 wicket, but he's built a lot of pressure for Adi, who has taken 3 wickets on the day. Next delivery in from Gautam. This time attacks the pad. And it's just worth to shorten the wicket for a dot ball. That's exactly where you want it. Not much you can do off of that type of length. And TCL-Youth showing some fight here towards the end. They're showing some fight. They're still very much in it. Again, this is the Division 1 T20 finals. The Youth would love to take 1 more wicket, and they would be ahead in this Division 1 T20 finals. Let's see what Gautam has in store for this one. And outside the off stump, that could be signaled wide, is signaled wide by the umpire, and 3 runs for the Royals. Move into the 80s now, do the Royals here in this 12th over. Still 8 overs to go, around 20 runs to get. As this one is more. Oh!